It's very emotive, my work. It's like good cop, bad cop of me. People might think it's only very visual and floral and colourful and maybe sometimes even feminine, but actually it's quite complex and layered and full of the different feelings that I go through on a day-to-day basis. I have a love-hate relationship with the medium and often fantasise about giving it up, but actually it's totally addictive. So it's a bit like a drug, which for embroidery people would be quite surprised. There's different stages to a piece of work. There's the idea. That little tiny seed in your head can sit there and roll around your brain for months. When you get the idea or the title or the concept, you get a buzz. Then you've got to do the drawing stage, and that is really complex and can take days and days, having to really dive into my own imagination to find that visual material. When the drawing becomes realised, when that comes alive, and it looks quite different to the actual finished embroidery, of course, there's a buzz there. But then you know that you've got this process to go through, which is immense. Of applying that drawing to the canvas, of hand painting it with a tiny brush, appliquing all these different fabrics. You're doing all these processes, and bit by bit you're building this thing. I use a variety of materials. The first material that I started using was calico and canvas. So it was just literally like getting a great big page of a sketchbook in fabric and starting to draw on it. My work is very drawing based, so it's thread on canvas or on linen, and it's literally just drawing with this huge mechanised pen, so to speak. Don't really think of the sewing machine as a sewing machine. It's almost like this needles punching this linear ink through the canvas. The thread is probably the most important aspect of the work. But being the person I am, I love using lots of different materials, and I've become very drawn to fabrics that have a relationship with light. Metallic fabrics, leather, black PVC has become a big favourite because it looks like oil, pearlescent linens and things that sort of glimmer and shine. I'm a bit of a magpie. I go to the fabric shops in Soho and I'll literally wander around and see what's new. I went down and spotted this high-vis fabric, and then I just thought, bloody brilliant, I'll have a bit of that. That was it. So I bought a metre of it. It was about 90 quid. Brought it back to the studio and now use it in a lot of my work. People often don't notice it, and then they'll suddenly get a flash of high-vis in the design and be surprised. I love surprises. I literally had this epiphany one day. I'd photographed the work really well. Someone had once said to me, you must photograph your work and create a good portfolio. I thought, I'll print it onto silk and make scarves. I mean, it was literally as simple as that. I found a local printers, and then I took these high resolution photographs of my work and started to work with a designer and create these wonderful square designs out of all the artworks that I've completed. And then onto velvet as well. So started to create velvet poofs, velvet cushions, silk scarves, pocket handkerchiefs. For the first time in 20 years, start to wear my own work. And it literally transformed me talking about my work, because I could just show it and then start selling it and see other people wear it, which was so exciting. There's so many different layers to the work, there's so many different concepts involved. It's not only about displaying embroidery as an exciting medium, it's about pushing the boundaries of embroidery and applique and saying, ta-da! Embroidery is cool! For me, it's about inspiring individuality, and it's about singing out loud about life and about dealing with stuff and getting on with it. And in the best of scenarios, you can see that piece have a physical and mental effect on people.